What's up, guys? Iceman here. So, yes, some of you have noticed that I have attained the Hammond Collection T-Rex. This was about a week ago at this point. Yeah. It was at Target, and I just saw that the one in my area had limited stock or something. So I went to go check it out, and they had one. One left on the shelves, and that's what this one is. They might have had two more in the back, I'm not sure. But look at that. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I did make a stop animation with it. I mean, what do you guys think about the Hammond T-Rex? You guys have it? It's about what I've been expecting. There is one disappointment I have with it, however. Because like I said, I like to make the stop motion videos. And like the Baryonyx and the Ceratosaurus and the Velociraptor, they all have a jaw that you can just open like however you want. You know what I'm saying? It's not on some ratchet thing. Like you can have it open like this much or this much or this much or this much. It's like it pivots like the arms would here. But for whatever reason, they decided to not let this one do that. See that it has like two opening points. There's one, the widest, and then the second one here, and then there's close. You see that? So like for my stop animation, you can't really have that nice fluent motion of it opening and closing its mouth, unfortunately. So that was a disappointment. Of course, as many have pointed out, the feet are pretty big. I mean, other than that, I've heard some complaints about like the hips being too wide. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's. I think they did a good job. I mean, realistically, this probably is the best Jurassic World, Jurassic Park franchise toy T-Rex that we have, right? How could it? Because the bull T-Rex, for example, the only movable parts on it are like the arms. Unless if you get that Toys R Us version, the different color that has the more plastic legs. But you can't pivot the head at all. You can't open the mouth at all. The Thrasher's pretty cool, but it's quite similar. The Red Rex is cool, but none of those really have like the a film accurate sculpt. And neither does this one quite so much. Like I said, the feet are too damn big. But it's pretty close. Obviously, they make the big feet because they want us to be able to stand this thing. There are concerns that many have addressed that it's just weak. Like this thing is it's gonna be droopy with just a bit of use. It'll probably be droopy. It'll probably have loose legs and all that, just like the Thrasher. But mine is going to be displayed in my home theater room. Oh, look at this pose. Look at that pose. Hot damn. Look at that thing. This thing's cool. I kind of like this. I like that. I like it open like this instead of like this. I like it kind of open like this. But if he's right about to bite somebody, maybe you do it like this. And these are made of rubber. The gum things right there. Yeah, but I also got the Triceratops as well. I mean, really, if I had to be honest with you guys, for 1 second, I feel like this Triceratops is like the closest to the Jurassic Park franchise that we have so far in the Hammond collection. Because it's stable, it's on all fours, right? And it's the first Hammond collection that is on all fours. The Parasaurolophus can rest on all fours, but it generally, walks on two, I think. But for that reason, the feet are like film accurate in terms of their proportions to the rest of its body. So that's kind of something that sets this guy apart. Or this girl, rather, right? This is like the sick Triceratops. Many have pointed out that it's just too small. Like if you were to look up how big a Triceratops is to a T-Rex, like I'd have it right next to each other like this for a minute, right? The Triceratops would probably be about 20% larger than what it is. Maybe between 20 and 30%, isn't that about right? But that's fine. Because the model is great. And of course there are complaints of how it doesn't open the mouth. But with that, it's a nice seamless sculpt then. You know, there's no like little pivotal joints or anything like that. So I think it does look good for those reasons. But look at the skull on this thing. This is a nice figure here. So I do have them both displayed in my theater room. And I'll show you guys that in a future video. I have like all my Hammond collection line up on the shelf. It looks really nice. But the T-Rex, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty good. Look at that stance. Look how epic that is. I kind of like the tail pointed up just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more even. I mean, this really isn't an ideal stance that I like. I could pose him better. But he looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the Hammond T-Rex? Would you make any changes? I hope that we can get a Lost World T-Rex with a different sculpt, not just a different paint job. Like make us a new T-Rex, a Lost World one. And maybe make the feet a little smaller. Just try to make some minor refinements, perhaps. A Stegosaurus would be great. But the problem is it has to be a Kenner Stegosaurus style, or the Lost World Stegosaurus style, and not the Jurassic World Stegosaurus style that we get, like with Sarah Harding and Baby Stego set. Those ones have the droopy tail. It's really annoying. Let me show you the Stegosaurus. See that? Look at it. The tail isn't very droopy. Now this isn't perfect. What you have to do is look up a movie image of the Lost World Stegosaurus. You know, see this tail is nice and upright. Has a tiny little head. It doesn't look dumb like the Jurassic World one, where it has the old droopy tail. It's like they outsourced it. It's like they didn't go back to the Lost World and be like, look, we already have a Stegosaurus model that Stan Winston designed or whatever. And they didn't do that. They're like, let's just look up let's just Google a Stegosaurus. And like some old dated model camp, they're like, okay, that's the model we're going to use for the Jurassic World franchise. The one with the droopy ass tail. You know, it's really unfortunate they decided to go that route. But I think they can redeem themselves in the toys anyway, if they give us an actual Lost World Stegosaurus. And I know what they're going to do is that if they do make the damn Stegosaurus, it's going to still have the droopy tail, but they're going to market it like it's the Lost World one. Because that's what they did with the Sarah Harding Legacy Collection that came with the Baby Stegosaurus. I actually have that. I didn't take it out of the box yet. I'll show you guys it later. But I mean, I hope I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be rather odd if they released the Sarah Harding one as they did with a stupid droopy tail. But then they ended up fixing it for the Hammond Collection line and making an actual Lost World Stegosaurus, but marking them both as if they're Lost World Stegosaurus. You know, there'll be inconsistencies then. In addition to the lack of film accuracy. But I'd rather have that than just have another droopy-tailed Stego. Come on, get us a Lost World Stegosaurus with the upright tail, the small little head. Don't do that droopy bullshit. Alright, that's Ice Boy's opinion on that. Let me know if you guys are with me on that. Obviously, I'd like to see a Spinosaurus as well in the Hammond Collection, but what else would you like to see in the Hammond Collection? Like this video if you will. More videos to come. Peace be with you.